Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Bill Woolsey, FiveTwo Network, and I'm here today with a great guy, York Aspacher, and he is with Operation Mobilization, and he's with A Third of Us, which is a brand new ministry that he and a bunch of people launched. York, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Bill. Good to be with you.
Hey York, tell us about A Third of Us and how you came up with the idea, and it seems to have kind of gone kind of viral-ish. So just give us a little background story.
Yeah, we would love to see it go viral, more than ish. But yeah, so about 6 years ago, a group of mission-minded organizations focused on the unreached, specifically, got together to try to raise awareness among American Christians in particular of the cause of the unreached. We tried that a few different ways, and with some modest success. Then we decided we really needed to know more about the audience. We needed to understand what they actually knew, what they thought. And so we did some market research, and we did some interviews and got a deeper understanding of where people really were in their understanding of the unreached. And we discovered, to our surprise, that there were a lot of different ideas out there about what the unreached are. Most of them not quite accurate according to what we in the missions world would call unreached. And the other thing was that a lot of people, even if they did have a kind of a proper understanding of what we would call the unreached, it didn't really connect with their daily life. Like, it wasn't something that impacted them on a daily basis. In fact, many people expressed that they felt kind of distant from those people, right? And so we thought, okay, we need to figure out a different way to do this. We need to break down those barriers between them and us. And we need to simplify this because people are getting all lost in all kinds of statistics. And so that's what we set out to do here. We brought it down to just a very simple metric, a third, right? Now people can quibble about, is it 42%? Is it 41%? Is it 33%? It's a third. That's the easy way for people to wrap their brain around it. And then we said, for a third of us, right? To connect it to the fact that we're all humans. And a third of humans on this planet do not have access to know about Jesus. They're denied that access in one way or another, whether it's governmental, religious, economic, you name it.
So by unreached, you mean literally they've not had the chance to hear the gospel, be exposed to the gospel?
We say in simple form, no Bible, no believers, no church. Right? In a lot of places, people in their daily life, they can be born, live their entire lives, and die, and never have someone around them who can live out the gospel, share it with them. No church, no exposure to the Bible, no knowledge.
You know, York, what I love about this ministry that you've started, a couple things. First of all, our heart in FiveTwo is that more people know Jesus. We exist to use entrepreneurship so that more people know Jesus. That's our end game. So I love running across people like you who are sold out for the cause of the gospel in the same way. The second thing that I really want our listeners to hear is how you said you distilled it to a simple message that was very, very powerful and it engaged the person, that a third of us. And now I can't say that enough to people who are starting out in ministries. One question that I think would really help our listeners, you went through some challenges to get here. You said you started 5 or 6 years ago, finally arrived here, you persevered. But what is it in the first place that kind of led you to act on the calling? Because we get a lot of people who never act on their calling.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be honest, it wasn't my idea. I represent Operation Mobilization, as we mentioned before, and we came across some others who had this idea, and really it actually started with trying to capitalize on Pentecost Sunday and make that a day in the church's calendar when we can remember the cause of the unreached.
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah, so it began as the International Day for the Unreached is really how the movement began. And so that's what I meant before when I said we kind of took a couple stabs at it. It was really around that day. And so we actually still promote that day. We still promote Pentecost Sunday as the day for the unreached, the day for the church to pause and remember, wow, there's still a third of us who don't have access to the gospel. The job's not done yet. We still have work to do. So we came in kind of at the ground level, but it wasn't my idea. It was someone else's idea, but we joined in with them at that beginning stage. Because OM, our mission is to see vibrant communities of Jesus followers among the least reached. That's why we exist. And so it's perfect alignment.
So it's perfect alignment. And I guess I want to just double click again on this for our listeners of taking a good idea, but it wasn't getting traction.
Right.
And how can we reword it? How can we, as you said, did some customer market research. How can we understand our customers, Christians who love Jesus, but
Sure.
have no clue about world evangelism?
Right.
And how do we make that real? So that's fantastic. York, tell me, if somebody wanted to get involved, if they wanted to better understand your cause, what you do, how can they reach out to you?
Yep. Well, the simplest thing is we're asking people, well, first of all, you can go to our website, thirdofus.com.
Is that how do you spell it out, THI?
Just those words all together, a third of us. So you can go there and find out. But basically, we're asking people to take a very simple step, and that is to make this mark. And so this line over here that's separate stands for that third that doesn't have access. And so just a very simple representation that people can replicate. We specifically designed it in such a way that anyone can draw that. Anyone can do that.
I would hope so.
I would hope so. And yet it carries meaning, right? And so
And for those of you who are just listening, it's 3 hash marks, one that's set apart from the other 2. And you simply draw them on some part of your hand or your body.
something else, and we say make it visible.
Yeah, because you're going to put it on social media, so make sure you put it on a nice part of your body, but make it visible.
Right, exactly. And so you just said it. That's what we're asking people to do. Make the mark, and then take a selfie, take a photograph of it, and post it on your social feed. And you can put the hashtag a third of us. That we use that hashtag. To kind of direct people back to the main message. And if you want to tell a little bit about what that means to you, what interested you about that, or what do you know about that, or what amazes you or saddens you about that, by all means.
Excellent. York, thank you so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following God's calling in this ministry and Operation Mobilization as well.
Thank you, Bill. Great to be with you.